Right now you're listening to the Championship Absolute Football Banter podcast, where we discuss upcoming fixtures, weekly match results, the table, all the clubs and everything else. Right now, please welcome your hosts, Danny May, Tyler Tarft, Karl May, Dan McGee, Ash White, Ashley Slight, and other special guests. Sit back and enjoy.
Right then, guys, welcome back to another brand new podcast on the Absolute Football Banter podcast. Today I'm joined by Middlesbrough fan Danny May. Welcome to the podcast. I'm joined by Karl May, another Borough fan.
All right.
And I'm joined by Dan McGee, a Brentford fan.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm joined by Jay, a QPR fan. So very quickly, let's talk about Tuesday night's fixtures then. It consisted of two games that obviously didn't play on Easter Monday. So the first one was Brentford vs Birmingham. This was a massive game for Brentford.
Sorry, that's just I'm biased. So sorry, I won't buy in.
So Brentford needed this win in their promotion push, but they didn't manage to get the win. They did draw 0-0 with Birmingham. Dan McGee, what was your thoughts on the fixture?
I'm just going to be honest with you. It was straight up frustrating to see us get our fourth draw in a row. It's not over for automatics just yet, but it's not looking likely at the moment. Like I said, it was frustrating. It was a good game to watch. In all fairness, for a neutral fan. You see some great attacking football by both sides. Both looked like they were going to score.
Both had something to play for, though. That's what made it a bit more interesting. You know, obviously Birmingham still aren't safe, and Brentford needed a result for to help them in the promotion steps, really, didn't they?
Yes.
So, do you want to add anything to that? Dan and Karl May, what were your thoughts on the Brentford-Birmingham game?
Well, it's another poor result for Brentford. That's all you can really say. I think Birmingham fans would have took it before the game,
definitely coming up against Brentford, yeah.
But like you say, four draws in a row for Brentford is poor form. At this time of the season, you need good form, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
If you want autos, that is.
It's just really frustrating because if we want any chance of automatic promotion, now's the time to do it and close in on Watford. Now we're just looking at the playoffs. I
think if you're a Brentford fan, you've got to look at some of the results you've had, such as Forest and Derby and Birmingham. You know, the sides down there that you need to be beaten, because if not, it puts more pressure on you when you come up to the top sides, such as, the Watfords, the Swanseas, and that type of thing.
The saying goes, I'd rather chase than be chased.
Yeah, definitely.
As they say.
It'd be nice to nick it on the last day instead of lose it on the last day, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, definitely. Danny May, have you got anything to add to the Birmingham-Brentford game?
Well, Birmingham have started off well under Lee Bowyer, haven't they? So, I mean, I predicted on the last podcast that it would be a tight one.
Yeah, you did. You said 1-1 draw, I believe.
Yeah, and it was a draw, wasn't it? So, I mean, Brentford haven't been nothing flash lately, which is sad to see because they've been brilliant for the past couple of seasons. But they're still up there fighting. So,
yeah,
we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, so the other game that was happening on Tuesday night was Norwich versus Huddersfield. Norwich, of course, up there, top of the league, and, there's no stopping them from winning the league. They did beat Huddersfield 7-0. Huddersfield, a side who a down relegation fight. And I did say in my match preview, obviously being a Derby fan ahead of tomorrow, that Norwich have done everything right this season. You know, they've kept their manager, who they come down with. They've kept their key players that they come down with, and you know they're just showing everyone else how it's done. I just think there was a much needed result for them to keep going for that league, and I think that they only need 2 more wins or something like that to actually get the league title. Danny May, what were your thoughts on that?
It was a rout, wasn't it? Norwich have been too bad this season, so I couldn't see anything other than a walloping for Huddersfield, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Pukki got a hat-trick, and, you know, Todd Cantwell, they're all top players that can even do it in the Premier League, so you don't expect anything less of people, like players like that, do you?
And I was shocked that Norwich actually managed to keep, you know, the likes of Pukki when they come down to this league. I thought that they'd have probably lost some key players, but they've, like I say, they've done everything right, managed to keep hold of them important people at the club.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they've got Jordan Hugo's another one. I mean, he came to Borough. To be honest, I don't think he got a fair crack of the whip. I don't think he was a Karanka buy.
No.
And I thought he could have done well here. And we've got Ben Gibson as well at Norwich. So another great player. So yeah, I mean, they're definitely on the up. And I think they'll go up there, and they'll go up there to stay, if I'm honest.
Yeah, definitely. I think they'll definitely go into it stronger than the other. But Carl, what were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, well, it's the same. Just they're going to run away with it by a mile, and they're not far off now. And I don't know if they'll stay up when they go up, but they do things right, don't they? They don't spend a lot of money, and they're just up and down, and they just get a little bit better each time, I think, don't they?
Yeah, and so, you know, like you say, they're that club that don't spend a lot, but when you look at,
don't sell the best players, do they?
Yeah, Pukki, obviously free transfer, but then you know they sell the likes of Maddison for big money, and you know they don't go and spend that 20 million straight away. They manage to keep hold of it. So I think they do everything right, and you know, fair play to them.
Yeah, definitely.
Dan,
about the result, I weren't expecting 7-0, if I'm being completely honest. No, I really was not. I mean, it's very rare you see a result like that nowadays. I think the last one you saw of that was when we beat Luton last season 7-0 at home. It's very rare you see something like that, but fair play to Norwich. If they can get a result like that against Huddersfield, 7 comfortable goals and not conceding, keep a clean sheet, it just goes to show that they deserve to be where they are in the league and bounce back to the Premier League.
I think you put 7 past Wickham and all this season, did you not?
Oh, we did, yeah. No, but that weren't a clean sheet.
Oh, was it not?
No, it was 7-2.
Could never be Brentford, could it?
5.
Right. So looking at this weekend's games then, currently, the time of recording this podcast, Watford versus Reading is in place. Obviously, Watford aside chasing down the automatic places up there with Norwich and Brentford. Reading, obviously, their priority is to get playoffs, and Watford are currently 2-0 up to Reading, which would be a massive result for Watford if they are to go on and win the game. Dan McGee, this is probably an important game for you. What's your thoughts on that?
Against, oh God, who are we playing against? Reading, that is it, yeah. No, it's a massive game in all fairness. It's really important for us, to be honest, in our promotion campaign, as they say. Are we doing score predictions for this?
Well, the game is currently 2-0. You can do a score prediction if you want.
I'd like to see Reading pull back 2.
They got about 25 minutes, I think.
I know.
Shall we share the joke, Dan? Shall we share the joke or? But yeah, Danny May, what's your thoughts then, pal?
To be honest, Reading have sort of slipped off a little bit, haven't they? They're not as consistent as they were at the start of the season. They're still up there, but for me, I say it week in, week out. Watford and Norwich have been far, far better than any other team in this league this season. And, you know, they've probably got the best squad. Both of them have got the best squads in this league. And it's just shown in the league table.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can see Watford probably going in, getting another one, and then I reckon it might play out a 3-1 win to obviously Watford.
Carl, you got anything you want to say about game?
Well, it's just Reading, innit? Reading are up and down side, and 1 week they can battle a top team, and the next week they struggle against someone who's not so good. And I think that inconsistency is caught up with them on it, and that's why they look like they could be struggling to hold on to that playoff spot, don't they? So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think Watford and Norwich are the teams going up, and like Dan said, that they're probably the best two sides in the league on paper, and eventually they've rose to the top.
Definitely. So what we'll do then, we'll go through tomorrow's game, obviously say a bit about each, and everyone will comment the score say the score prediction. First game tomorrow then, Millwall versus Swansea. It is a 12:30 kickoff for some weird reason. Obviously Swansea have been on a bad run of form at the minute. They've gone from looking like automatic promotion to are they going to slip out of the playoffs? Going to the Den against Millwall, never an easy place to go. And Millwall have been on a good run of form. I think they're up there chasing down the playoffs. So I think my score prediction for Millwall Swansea, the 12:30 kickoff, will be a 1-0 Millwall win. I think that, going to the Den is never easy. Obviously, Swansea on a bad run of form. I think Millwall will probably show that bit more character, a bit more that they want it than Swansea. We'll go to you first, Danny May.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm with you. I think a Millwall win is on the cards there. I think Millwall have turned it on a little bit, so to speak. And like you say, Swansea haven't been nothing to brag about of late. So yeah, I'm with you. I think a daft 1-0 and possibly a 1-1 draw. Is
Dan McGee, do you want to say your thoughts?
Well, I mean, Swansea have won 1 out of their last 5, and Millwall have won 4 out of their last 5. You got to really go with the team that's got momentum at the moment and go for Millwall. I'm going for a 1-0. I'll go for a 1-0 to Millwall. It's going to be a tough game. Swansea will try and break them down, but I think Millwall will prevail at the end of it.
Yep. Karl May?
Well, like Swansea, 4 in a row they've lost, and Millwall have won 3, I think, in a row.
Yeah.
So, but on paper, it says Millwall, even though the table says Swansea should win, but going by form, Millwall are the form team, and I think the second in the form table over the last 5 or 6 games. So
yeah,
people probably would go with them, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I think the playoffs are maybe just a tad out of their reach, but they're certainly having a go. I think late run.
Definitely.
Millwall. It's a bit like Brentford, isn't it? Swansea have lost form at the wrong time. This is the time when you want to step it up, don't you?
Yeah, and really get that one last go at it.
So I think 2-1 Millwall.
Yeah. So next game then, Barnsley Middlesbrough. Obviously Barnsley, a side that shocked quite a few teams this year, being up there for the playoffs. Borough, obviously, they've been trying to get the playoffs all season. For me personally, I think that Barnsley will probably get playoffs. You know, they've been really good this season, and Middlesbrough will probably just miss out, but then rebuild for next season. Obviously, Barnsley need to keep getting results and keep getting points on the board, but it won't be an easy game. I see this game probably being a 1-1 draw, if I'm honest. Obviously, Barnsley will be looking at tonight's game with Reading and now know that this is their chance to go out there tomorrow and really give it a go. But like I say, I see this one being a 1-1 draw. What do you think, Karl?
I think we'll probably get beat, to be honest. Generally, we don't have great results there, to be honest. So, I think their farm is a little bit better than ours. Even though we've probably been a little bit unlucky the last few games, we've had some hard games, and after this, and then this one as well as another hard game. So, I don't know. I think we'll probably get beat. It's not to us. I don't think it matters too much.
No, Danny, mate.
Well, my opinion is, I think I'm with Karl. I think we'll get beat. The reason being is there's quite a few key players that are out for Borough now. Dale Fry, who's been an absolute rock this season at the centre back. Sam Morsey now is out for the season. And to be honest, we find it hard to score goals. Barnsley are on fire. As you can see, sitting fifth, only a point behind fourth, Swansea, and 2 points behind Brentford in third. So they've got everything to play for. I think our chances of the playoffs now have gone. I think Barnsley are going to want it more. And I can't see anything other than a 2-0, 2-1 win to Barnsley.
Dan McGee?
I think Middlesbrough will shock a couple of people. I think I'm going for a Borough win on this one. Obviously, I'm not being biased here. I just genuinely do think, but because I think Barnsley's bubble is yet to burst, to be honest. I can see Borough winning it, in all fairness.
Go on, Dan, I love you.
Fair enough. So next game then, Birmingham versus Stoke. For Stoke, I'd say their season's over now. I don't think they're going to get playoffs or anything. I really don't see anything from them. Birmingham obviously still fighting off relegation and at home, change form under Lee Bower. And they really need a result tomorrow. You know, they need to get to 50 points, just like every other club around the relegation zone. For me personally, I see a 1-0 Birmingham win. I just think that Birmingham need it that bit more, will want it that bit more, and they'll show it in the performance tomorrow. Dan McGee, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, then again, Stoke really haven't got much to play for at the moment, whereas Birmingham do. So I'm with you on this one. Yeah, Birmingham have got a lot more to play for rather than what Stoke do. Yeah, I'm going to have to go for a Birmingham win here. It won't be easy. I think it'd be a 2-1 to Birmingham.
Yeah. Karl May?
Yeah, I think Birmingham will win that one. I don't think Stoke have got anything to play for. They're a bit like us, really. They're probably just trying to try and finish as high as they can, but the season's pretty much over, really. And Brum's form's picking up a little bit since they got Bowyer in, so I think they'll win maybe 1-0.
Danny, mate?
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I think it's going to be a draw. Birmingham, you know, they are trying to push and they're doing well since Bowyer, but I can just say Stoke cancelling them out. Probably a 1-1 draw for me.
Yeah. So next game then, and this is a game where both teams have got something to play for. Bournemouth versus Coventry. Obviously, Bournemouth trying to fight for playoffs and automatic promotion because they're still not off yet. Coventry still not safe from going down to League One. But for me, I think that Bournemouth are just going to be that bit too much for them. I think they've got too many class players over Coventry. I don't think it'll be a big win for Bournemouth because obviously Coventry is still going to show fight. I'm probably going to say a 2-0 Bournemouth win. I think that Bournemouth know that, if they lose, if they slip up, then it could cost them promotion. What do you think, Danny May?
Well, for me, Bournemouth are in fine form. I don't know how they got on. Was it Monday? The results were.
Yeah,
they beat Blackburn 2-0. So, and obviously they beat us the week before. They're in fine form. And Coventry are a good organised team. When they played us, I thought they were well. They played well. I thought they really did play well. And they have got obviously the relegation battle. So I mean, we'll just hopefully see Coventry get a win because, to be honest, I want to see Jonathan Woodgate go down a little bit.
Yeah. So, Karl, your thoughts?
Well, I think Woody's got him in good form, but I don't know. I think Coventry will get a draw out of that one.
Yeah. Dan McGee, your thoughts on the Bournemouth Coventry game?
I think Bournemouth have just got that little bit more extra class. I can really see just Bournemouth winning this one. They've got more to push for, to be honest. I know Coventry want to stay up, but no, I can just, looking at it now, I can just see it being a Bournemouth win with the amount of class they have on their team.
Yeah, definitely. So the next game we'll talk about then, Bristol City versus Nottingham Forest. For me, these are two sides that have got nothing to play for tomorrow. Obviously, I think both teams will stay up and none of them are going for that promotion spot. But, I can see this game being something like a 1-1 draw. Like I say, none of the teams have really got anything to play for apart from, finishing as high as possible and proving themselves to Nigel Pearson and Chris Hughton for next season. So, yeah, I'll say this will be a 1-1 draw. Karl May, your thoughts?
I think Forest will win this one. Their form's pretty good recently, isn't it? And Bristol City, I think, have lost three in a row. But after that little mini revival when they got Pearson in, I think they've lost the way again. And I don't think they'll go down, but I can't see them winning this one.
No. Dan McGee?
You haven't got the sound, Dan?
Sorry, no, I muted myself there just to keep silent while you guys were talking. Bristol, at the start of the season, they were on a great fine form, but now they're not so much. It's almost as if they've got nothing to play for at the moment. I think Forest, are they safe yet? No, they're 15th at the moment.
How many points are they on?
One point between them.
They're not mathematically safe, are they? But
I think when you get to 50 points, you can say you're safe, sort of.
Yeah, Forest are on 48 and Bristol are on 49. So
that's it. Yeah,
so
between them. It doesn't really matter who wins. It's not going to make a massive effect on the table. I'm going for a Forest win here. It's tough, but I can just see it happening.
Yeah. Danny May, have you had your say on that game?
Yeah, there's nothing much between the teams, is there? They've not been great. Both teams haven't been great this season. Forest had an abysmal start of the season. Bristol, I think, got a couple of results and then sort of fell by the sideway. Yeah, I mean, I can only see probably 0-0 draw or a 1-1. Nothing too flash. Don't think it's a game that you can get too excited about, if I'm honest.
Yeah, definitely. So the next game then, Cardiff versus Blackburn. Obviously, Cardiff. I don't think the hopes are quite over yet for the playoffs. I don't think personally they'll get them, but I don't think they mathematically can't get them yet. Coming up against Blackburn, who have got nothing to play for, I think Blackburn are really down in the dumps at the minute. And Cardiff need a reaction from their 5-0 loss to Sheffield Wednesday. So tomorrow, I think that Cardiff will go out the better side. You know, they know they've got to react from it. And unlike Blackburn, they've got something to play for. So I think I'll say a 2-0 Cardiff win in this one. Danny May?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a Cardiff win. But, yeah, no, definitely a Cardiff win. Blackburn have had a few bad results. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a Cardiff win, probably. Be only 1-0. 1-0,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Karl May?
Well, I think it's two teams in poor form, really. Cardiff are the ones that have really got something to play for, and if they really want to try and get the playoffs, which I think only an outside chance that they need to take the points out, I think they might just nick it.
Yeah. Dan McGee, your thoughts?
To be honest, yeah, Cardiff on a great run of form at the moment. Under Mick McCarthy, yeah, it's a Cardiff win for me. Yeah, up against Blackburn. Blackburn are a tough team, though. Don't ever knock them. They're good at when they on their day. I can beat anybody, but for me, it's got a Cardiff win.
They can score goals, can they?
Yeah, definitely. So next game then, which I personally hope gets postponed or something like heavy snowfall comes down. Derby versus Norwich. Yeah, we need something from this. I'll take a 2-0 loss, you know, just not too heavy. Obviously, we go into this on the back of getting beaten by Reading 3-1. Our injury list is like 6 players long. We've got 1 striker. Yeah, I hope there's a heavy snowfall ASAP. Norwich beat Huddersfield 7-0 last midweek. Score prediction for this one is going to be a 2-1 Norwich win. I think because we've still got something to play for, hopefully we will put that in the performance. And it all depends on which Derby side turns up, because we can go and lose, but then we turn into like prime Barcelona against Norwich. So I never know what to predict with us, but I'll say a 2-1 Norwich win. I just think they'll show that bit more class. Dan McGee?
I mean, I'd like to see you win, but I mean, do you really think that you would though? I mean, especially against Norwich though, it'd be great for us. It'd be great for Watford as well. I'd like to see you do it, but can I see it happening? No.
So your score prediction then?
I'm going for a 4-0 Norwich.
Yeah. Danny May?
Yeah, I mean, I can only see a hefty Norwich win, if I'm honest. I'm gonna. No, I'll say a 3-0. 3-0 Norwich win.
Yeah.
Well,
Carl?
I think we're unanimous that Norwich are going to probably beat Derby in this one. So I'll go 2-0 and be nice to you, Tyler.
Next game then, massive game in the relegation fight. Huddersfield versus Rotherham. I see this as a Rotherham win, if I'm honest. I think Huddersfield, after that 7-0 defeat midweek, just aren't good enough. Rotherham, I think, will show that bit more fight and want this a lot more. I'm going to say 1-0 Rotherham win. Danny May?
Yeah, I mean, Huddersfield have been sketchy. It's same as Rotherham. Both teams haven't been fantastic at all. I'm probably going to say 1-0 Huddersfield win for this.
Yeah. Dan McGee?
In all fairness, you've got to go for a Huddersfield win here. I mean, Rotherham, no. I mean, if they win some of their games, they'll be overtaking Birmingham. It'd be nice to see. No, actually, do you know what? I changed my mind. Rotherham win. They've got more.
Karl?
I'm going Rotherham win, yeah. I think if Rotherham had played the same amount of games as everybody else, I don't think they'd be in the relegation zone.
Yeah.
So I think they've got it in them to beat them. So, but we'll see.
So
see what sort of reaction Huddersfield have.
Definitely. So there's 3 more games to quickly go through. We'll just do score predictions and skip talking about them. I'll say my score predictions and then you guys can say your score predictions. Preston versus Brentford. I'm going to say a 2-1 Brentford win.
Yeah, I'll go 2-1. 2-1 Brentford as well.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is going to be the turning point in the form for Brentford, and I think they're going to get a 3-0 win.
I'm going to go for a 3-1 win.
Yeah. QPR Sheffield Wednesday. I'm going to say a 1-0 Sheffield Wednesday win.
I'll say 1-0 Sheffield. 2.
I'm going for a 2-1 QPR win.
Yeah, I'm going for a Sheffield Wednesday win here, to be honest. Or no, actually, a draw. I can see it being a draw.
And then last game, Wycombe versus Luton.
Absolute classic.
1-0 Wycombe win.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game.
Wycombe win 1-0.
Absolute classic. Well, I'm gonna go for a Wycombe win. 2-0.
I'm going for a thrilling 0-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to go for a Luton win here. Wycombe, they're near enough down anyway.
You're going for a Luton?
Yeah.
Luton.
Yeah. So has anyone else got anything to add to the podcast?
It's been lovely.
No, not really.
Just want to say R.I.P. to Prince Philip.
Yeah.
Sad day. Sad day for the royal family. So yeah, it's a sad day.
Yeah, it's and all teams will be doing a 2-minute silence over the weekend in honour of that. So
yeah, and if possible, can we have a bank holiday so we can have another day off work?
That's funny, but bang out of order, Dan.
Yeah, I'm only messing.
Carrier.
I'm only messing. It is a sad day.
Bad boy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So apart from that, is that everything? No.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. All happy boys.
Yeah.
I think Dan's finished. So yeah. Thanks to everyone for listening to another podcast. Make sure that you join our groups on Facebook, Championship Absolute Football Banter page and All Leagues Absolute Banter group, and then give our page a like, Absolute Football Banter.
And make sure that you follow Tyler Tarft on YouTube and DJ Daniel McGee. Two cracking lads who help us out on the banter page. So
thank you very much. And don't forget Karl as well. Don't forget Karl.
And absolute football banter on YouTube.
On YouTube,
definitely.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are listening on YouTube.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, boys.
Don't see you through week. I'll see you through winter. Cheers, boys.
Take